It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. My mom gave each of us one of these last Christmas. I have yet to wear it, ever. Who am I? I'm a 24-year-old grad student with a mountain of student loans, living at home and preparing for a career. But to my mom, the only thing that matters is that I'm single. My name is Lizzie Bennet, and this is my life. Just kidding. As you hopefully already know, my name is not Lizzie Bennet, nor am I a 24-year-old grad student. I'm still Kelsey Geller, 18-year-old college student studying English. But still, that was really fun to do. Hopefully you already know this, but today is April 9th, which means it is the 1-year anniversary of the day the first Lizzie Bennet episode went up. And if you don't know what Lizzie Bennet is, just go back and click on that opening screen because I'll have a link to the first episode. Then you're just gonna have to watch all of them. It'll take about 7 or 8 hours of your time. Sorry, it's worth it. But as most of you probably know, Lizzie Bennet Diaries is a wonderful modern adaptation of Pride and Prejudice that went on for the past year and ended on the 28th of March. So I wanted to take today to talk about Lizzie Bennet and some of the things I love about it. We're going to try to get through this without me crying. Whenever I think about the past year and why this experience with Lizzie Bennet was so much fun, I keep going back to the fact that I don't know if anyone's realized this, but for almost 365 days in a row, we did almost nothing but talk about the book Pride and Prejudice. And not just talk about it, like legit deep analysis, like every day. How would this be adapted into modern times? How are they going to choose to adapt this? Because there's several ways they could go about this. Do I agree with this decision? Do I not agree? Why? What do I think the text originally meant? And what does that mean for me or this show? There are so many things that we talked about. And you would think that we would have gotten tired of this story. I've read the book several times. I've watched the Keira Knightley version several times. I've watched the Jennifer L. and Colin Firth version tons of times. That's one of my favorite movies. I expected to get really sick of this story really fast. And yet, I'm still not sick of it. I'm still reading fanfic and picking up the book again soon, and I actually really want to turn on the movie again. How is that normal? Even Harry Potter sometimes hits its limits. Don't judge me. Sometimes you want to move on to other stories to talk about them, but I'm still not done talking about Pride and Prejudice, even though I feel like I've said everything. I still want to talk about it. I think I know why. I don't know if this has been the case for y'all, but Pride and Prejudice has been my favorite book since I read it in 9th grade. None of my friends really read it until senior year when we had to for class. A couple of them had seen the movie, so they liked the story already, and a lot of them liked the story when they read it, but it wasn't their favorite book. There's lots of reasons for that. The thing with Pride and Prejudice is it's a very romantic story, and there's a happy ending for just about every character, and it's not like Wuthering Heights or Jane Eyre, where one, it's just uber dark and depresso the whole time, and the other one where it's kind of bittersweet. This is a very specific genre that not everyone's going to care for, so that's fine, and I've come to accept that. I've always adored this book, and I could go on talking about it for at least a year and not grow sick of it. But I wasn't really able to because I wanted to respect my friends. I wanted to talk about their favorite books too, and I knew they didn't want to talk about Pride and Prejudice as much as I did, so I didn't. So I think that the opportunity that Lizzie Bennet gave me to talk about this book, not only with people, but with people who adore it just as much as I do, who get excited about it as much as I do. I think that's just such a wonderful experience that I didn't think was going to happen, ever. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to talk about Pride and Prejudice like this before, and now I can. There were a lot of thank you letters on Tumblr during that last week, and there still are a couple coming in, that are talking to the cast and the crew and to each other about why we love this story, why we love this experience, why we are so grateful. I haven't written mine yet. I feel bad that I haven't, and it's now April 9th. Like, this ended over a week ago. I know that they're probably not thinking this, but I'm a paranoid person. I don't want anybody on the cast or crew or anyone in the Seahorses to think that I'm just kind of brushing over, like, oh, I don't need to write anything. Like, no, I I really want to put my feelings for this show into words, but it's just so difficult. I've sat down and stared at a document tons of times over this past week trying to get it out, and it's just, ugh. There's just so much to say. This story and this experience has affected me so deeply over this past year in the best of ways, and it's hard to talk about. I don't want to think of it as over. And it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. This is one of those things that will keep going. There's not going to be any more new episodes. There's not going to be stuff. Like, that part of it's over. Like I said before, and one of my earlier videos, it's nice to have seen it come to a good end. I feel like it was a good stopping place. It was time. It was time. And I don't like to think about that because I don't like it when things end. But it was time, and I'm really glad that I got to see it through. I don't know what else to say, actually, for this video. I felt like I'd have more to say. I think I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you to the cast for taking this so seriously and for loving the story like I do, for putting your whole heart and soul into it. Thank you for the crew for being such wonderful, amazing, talented people, just being you guys. And just thank you to everyone I've gotten to talk to, whether you're a seahorse or not. I've loved it. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being there when I needed you guys over this past year. Thank you for loving this story with me. Just thank you. It's one of those things that I don't think any of us will ever really get over. It's gonna stay with us. I'm still gonna be loving Lizzie Bennet years from now, I can tell you that much. And I'm gonna be sitting my kids down and we're gonna be watching that DVD together. Happy birthday, Lizzie Bennet Diaries. It has been a wonderful year, and I am so incredibly thankful. I just feel so blessed that I got to be a part of this. I feel like I can't describe how I'm feeling any other way. I just feel so blessed and grateful. Thank you for going on this journey with me this past year, guys. I've had so much fun, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. Have a great Tuesday, guys.